And for Terence, are you ready to feel the Mexican power, Terence?
Oh, yeah.
That's how I'm fired. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And today, guys, we're going to be talking a little bit more about Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford's coming off of the biggest fight of his career, defeating the former face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, by unanimous decision, making himself a 3-time undisputed champion and making himself a 5-division champion. Now, today I want to talk a little bit about what I think he should do next. I did make a video on Canelo Alvarez yesterday, so if you guys want to check that video out about what I think he should do next, I'm going to leave the link in the description box for you guys to check it out. Now, here's the thing. I saw the tweet from Turkey Al-Sheikh wondering whether or not David Benavidez could make 168 because I guess he has ideas of pitting Crawford versus David Benavidez. Now, I heard David say in a video, I think it was before the fight, that he wasn't interested in fighting Terence Bud Crawford because he fights at 175. And I hear the talk already coming from some of the Crawford haters that he's ducking David Benavidez. But where were these guys when David Benavidez was Canelo Alvarez's mandatory and they made excuses for that? You know, so you guys aren't keeping the same energy out there. Now, what I personally think, I don't think fighting David Benavidez at this point does anything for Terence Bud Crawford. He's already the undisputed champion at 168, and David's at 175. So why does he need to fight David Benavidez? I don't know. I just don't understand that. But anyway, what should Crawford do next? In my book, there's two options. Let's just say, you know, he's done everything he wanted to do. He doesn't have any more fire in his belly. I think he should take his ball and go home, call it a career. But let's just say he doesn't, you know, he still has fire in his belly and he's not done. I think that the best thing for him to do is to go down and conquer the 160-pound division. Because I don't think he can go back to 154. That's a lot of weight to lose, in my opinion, especially at his age. I think Crawford's like 38 years old. That fluctuation in weight time and time again, that could pose a problem. But I think 160 could be a sweet spot for Terence Bud Crawford. I think he has an opportunity to either become undisputed in that weight class, which would make him a 4-time undisputed champion, a 6-division champion, which in my book would make him the best of all time. He has that option right now. Or he could just go down to 160, beat one of the champions down there, and just become a 6-division champion. There are options, guys. He has a whole lot of options. Now let's look at the champions at 160. Let me pull them up here. There's 3 champions at 160. Of course, you have Janabek, who is a unified champion. He holds the IBF and he holds the WBO title. It looks like the ring title is currently vacant right now. Then you have the WBC champion, Carlos Adames. Then you have the WBA champion, Erislandy Lara. So that's what, 3 fights that could take, you know, possibly 2 years to complete. If he's going to go through all these guys, or he could wait, see one of these guys unify, and then it could only be 2 fights, and maybe he can conquer this in a year. You know, like I said, he has options. Now, looking at this list, I think the toughest fight out of those champions, I would have to say, would be Erislandy Lara, for the simple fact that Erislandy Lara is a very skilled fighter. He's a very smart fighter. He's up in age, but he knows how to box, and, you know, he has a high boxing IQ. So I think that would be a chess match between those two. That would probably be the least entertaining fight, because there's going to be a lot of thinking in that fight. But I think it would probably be his toughest fight, because he's definitely going to have to use his brain in that fight against Erislandy Lara. But the other two guys, Carlos Adames, Janibek, I think Crawford, I think he washes these guys easy. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my thoughts on that. But yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. I'm interested in knowing what Crawford's going to do next. We know he's a very competitive fighter, but he's done so much. So if he does retire, I'm fine with it if he retires. He'll definitely be missed in the sport. And I'll say this, I'm glad he's finally getting the accolades that he deserves. Now, I know it's a lot of people out there, they're still coming after him and trying to tear him down. But, he's getting, the right accolades he should be getting. And I'm going to keep giving him accolades as long as I can, or until you guys get tired of me doing it. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think about what I think he should do. Or do you agree with me? Are you more interested in him fighting David Benavidez? Do you think he should retire? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.